Hello children. So today I am here with a new chapter, Molecular Basis of Inheritance for the class 12 students. Okay, now myself Kakoli Saha, biology teacher from DAB Public School, CCL Giridih. So children, in the chapter Principles of Inheritance and Variation, already you all have seen much of the work of Mendel. Okay, as well as so many other scientists, okay, Morgan and others. So many important contributions you all saw in that chapter of the scientist in the field of genetics. But though Mendel mentioned about the concept of factors, of course, Sutton, Boveri, all of them worked so hard after that. But still somewhere or the other, there was that authenticity was missing, that what is the genetic material, means which is that molecule which is acting as the genetic material. So search continued, children. First of all, in your book, the experiment, the search, this is actually what? The search for the genetic material. Now the search for the genetic material started. Everything was, of course, the base was laid, everything proved, everything, most of the thing accepted, but the search for the genetic material, means experimental evidences were missing. Experimental evidences were missing. So let us start with the transforming principle. We will start with transforming principle. Okay, transforming principle. Now see children, this transforming principle, the credit for this goes to Frederick Griffith. Okay, in the year way back in 1928. Imagine when Mendel, contributions of Mendel in the year when you already know. I have already discussed it. Now, after so many years, also the work was going on. So, in the year 1928, Frederick Griffith, what did he do? He started his work, means search, to find out what exactly was the genetic material. So, let us see what he did. Okay, in his search for this, he started his studies with one bacteria. The name of the bacteria is known to you all. That is what? Streptococcus pneumoniae. He started his work with Streptococcus. Okay, what did he take? Streptococcus pneumoniae. Okay, now what happens, children, whenever any work needs to be done, okay, they need to be cultured in the laboratory. A scientist cannot go and catch hold of the bacteria, those microorganisms which cannot be seen with the naked eye. So he grew Streptococcus pneumoniae Griffith in culture medium in the lab, and then he took certain observations. What were those observations? Now, this Streptococcus, what did he see, Griffith? That this Streptococcus pneumoniae, they always, now you see the nature of this bacteria, and this Streptococcus pneumoniae is responsible for causing the disease pneumonia. What is it? When he observed the culture medium, he saw the Streptococcus pneumoniae formed two types of colonies. This bacteria does not want to remain isolated. They always remain in groups. They form colonies. There were formation of two types of colonies. First was smooth. He observed two types of colonies, smooth and rough colonies. Smooth and rough colonies. Now, why it is called smooth? Because there was the presence of a mucus polysaccharide coating on the surface of Streptococcus pneumoniae. That is why gave it a shiny appearance, or the surface appeared smooth, and that is why it was known as smooth type. What it was known as smooth type. And the smooth type, all of them remained in colonies, specific colonies. Rough type, that mucus polysaccharide coat was missing, children, and so it was known as rough colony. And one more thing, this smooth, they found out, means they not, Griffith found out, it was virulent, and rough is non-virulent. Now you have to listen, means you have to know what is virulent. The word means virulent means they were capable of causing infection. This smooth type, they were pathogenic, rather they were pathogenic. You know what are pathogens? Those organisms which are capable of causing disease. The smooth colonies were virulent, they were pathogenic, they were capable of causing disease. And what about the rough type? They were non-virulent. They were not able to cause disease. If anyone gets it, no one will have the disease. Now, for his experimental purpose, he took mice. What did he take? Mice. So, two criterias, children. First, he grew Streptococcus pneumoniae, and he found out these two observations, existence of two types of colonies. And for his experimental studies, he took mice. What did he took? Mice. Now, let us see the first thing what he did. He took mice, okay, mice, and the mice was injected. What it was injected with? What? With the smooth type. Okay, you have seen now vaccination you all take. What? That disease germ, rather in the weakened form or in the killed form, it is injected in your body. But here there it was not such. The mice, it was not weakened nor killed, nothing, but rather the live smooth S type was injected into the mice. The mice developed the disease pneumonia, and the mice died. This was the first observation, or first thing. He did these two things. Then he took the mice, injected with the S type, and what did he see? He saw that the mice died. Next, what did he do? He took another mice, and He again injected it, but this time with the rough type. And I have told you all, this is non-virulent, not capable or non-pathogenic, not capable of causing the disease. And what did he see? That the mice over here did not die. Over here, what you see? They did not die. The mice remained alive. What? They remained alive. Why? Because the type of colony, the rough colony, were not able to cause the disease. This was the first two things which he did. Now let us see the next thing. Okay, we will see the next thing. What did he do? So first you saw how he injected it with S type. The mice died. When he injected the rough type with the rough type, mice remained alive. Now what did he do, Griffith? He heat killed. Heat killed means he heated and killed the S type. Which type? S type. Okay. Now, he injected a combination into the mice. And he injected with what combination? With heat killed, listen carefully, with heat killed S type plus live art type plus live art type. What do we know? When it is heat killed, that means what? The bacteria must have been killed. Okay. So first of all, what you see, one more thing you need to learn is, before that, you should learn that he simply, first of all, he took the mice and injected the mice with heat killed S type, with his heat killed S type. And what did he see? What did he see, children? That the mice remained alive, So listen carefully. First of all, what did he do? Griffith injected mice with smooth type. Mice died because S was the pathogenic form. Second, what did he do? He injected the mice with the rough type. Then what did he see? Since R was non-pathogenic, the mice were alive. The third what did he do? He heat killed the S type. He heat killed the S type. And he injected those heat killed S type into the mice. Then again, what did he see? The mice remained alive. Now the fourth thing what he did is, he took combination heat killed S type, live R type. So you have studied, children, जब उन्होंने लाइव आर्ट टाइप से माइस को इंजेक्ट किया था, तब तुम लोगों ने क्या देखा था? द माइस रिमेन्ड अलाइव. When he injected with heat killed S type, the mice remained alive. लेकिन what you will see when the combination were injected, what did he see? That the mice died. There the deviation from the previous conclusions. Okay, so what did he observe? The mice died. So, and Griffith, he saw that upon observation that the heat killed, after this phenomenon, that the heat killed S type which was injected has transformed into what? Live type. S means live smooth strain was obtained from the mice, injected with what? Heat killed S type. But when it died, the test was carried on, various experiments were carried out, and what was recovered from the mice? Live S type, live S strain was removed. So there was no magic happening, but what? That those were the means they were moving towards the search for genetic material. The authentic things started happening, and the searches were becoming more and more clear. So what did Griffith do? What did he come to the conclusion? He came to the conclusion that what conclusion he did? Heat killed S type. What? It must have brought some changes in the R life form, and must have changed them into the S type, means some transforming principle must have been transferred from this to this, and this life form started synthesizing the mucus polysaccharide coating, and they got transformed into the S type, and this S type was responsible for causing the disease. But still, what happened? The biochemical study of DNA, means they were more or less close to it, that yes, DNA must be the material which is responsible for bringing about transformation. But biochemical analysis need to be done now. So what this transforming principle was, of course, a great achievement in the field of genetics and biochemistry. But after that, what did various scientists started working on the biochemical nature of transforming principle, and in this process three of them, McLeod, McCarty, okay, McLeod, Avery, McLeod, McCarthy, all of them, these three scientists, they started working on the biochemical nature of the genetic material as given in the transforming principle. What did they extracted various molecules, the proteins, okay, the RNA, the DNA, and they use several enzymes for digesting the proteins. They use proteases for digesting the RNA. They use RNA, and for DNA, this digesting DNA. They what did they do? They used DNAs. They took the help of enzyme. So when proteases was used and they digested the protein, okay, that transforming principle did not show any change. It was as it is. When it was RNA, then also the observations were as it is. But when DNAs were digested DNA, that transforming principle was not observed. And that led to the conclusion that DNA is the material which is responsible for bringing about the transformation in the mice, and that was the basic thing which was bringing about, and the transforming principle which was being transferred from the heat killed S type to the R type is nothing through the DNA, is through the DNA. So this is all about it in today's class, and in the next class we will that the indeed their genetic material is DNA, that will be shown with the help of experiments which is there in your book. Means I'll explain it. Till then, children, stay safe. God bless you all, and study hard, because you all are going to appear in the board examinations. Take care.